Good afternoon.
What is going down, my friend?
Not much, bro. Got off work, chilling.
Ooh-wee. Sounds good to me, man. I'm just chilling over here, obviously feeling better. I had, you already know I had, that serious ass flatline that I was going through on top of that consumption of caffeine, where I had consumed too much caffeine and it literally put me in a serious low vibration. And that flatline on top of it, that was some serious shit I had to go through, bro. I was going through it.
Yeah, for a few days. You feel better now?
I feel way better now, man. I was eating some fruits and vegetables and stuff and drinking a lot of water and cleaning out my insides, man, because my internal organs was like inflamed like crazy, bro, like swollen. I could feel it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was to where my it got so bad to where my stomach was bloated. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. It sounds like you were really going through it.
Yeah, way too much caffeine and coffee, bro, on top of that flatline. I'm good, though. I had to drink a lot of water and flush out. I feel back on track. As you can tell, I done dropped like 20 videos.
Going hard.
I
haven't been able to watch any of them. I'm going to watch them later when I get home and I have some time. But yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm proud of you that you were able to get back on the horse and get back on the path. You know what I mean? Get those videos out there.
Most definitely, man. Because I was going through some shit, bro. It was definitely a spiritual attack of some sort, bro. Because I had a lot of negative thoughts as well too. Just negative.
Yeah, I already know. I was talking to you a little bit.
Yeah, man. It wasn't good, but I'm glad I got through it. I feel like it was a level up, most definitely, bro. Definitely a level up for my own personal well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a little better clarity on like the stuff that you were going through?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good.
I feel like it was definitely a brain upgrade because I've been coming up with like crazy ideas left and right for my videos and for the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, my boy.
So it was definitely a little brain upgrade I was going through on top of, weaning myself off of coffee and caffeine too. Cause I haven't had coffee for like almost 3 days now, and I think I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, just drink some water for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man, and just flushing out. I feel a lot better though. It took a few days though. Shit, that shit was rough.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. Let me get that intro knocked out real quick so we can take off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to the Unchained podcast, everybody. This is your boy SpiritWar Martin, along with his fabulous podcast partner Sebastian. Always put God first. Become your inner lion in this crooked matrix and spiritual warfare, y'all. Boy, listen here.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Ooh wee.
Man, what's the first topic, bro? Because if I can remember correctly, I believe that it was you talking about something about a secure council, because I have something about that. Is that our first one?
Yeah. Yep. It's secure council. And what that means is, basically a small select group of individuals, just your small circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you
want me to jump into it first, or did you want to jump into it first? I can go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Okay. From my personal experience, looking at my old self, right, I never had a secure council or a small select group of individuals. I just wanted to hang out with everybody and all this shit. And since I started putting God first every day, a lot of these fake people or whatever that I had around all the time just disappeared. And then it got down to the point where I only had like a select group of like 4 people,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And now, you know, I don't take this for granted anymore. And I make sure I cherish these people that I have in my life that care about me for who I am as a person, you know what I'm saying? And my well-being, you know, that's,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, that's my secure counsel that I have now. And, you know, I make sure that I don't ever sabotage it. You know, I just cherish it and love everybody that's in my group, and will give my life up for these people too, because they're the ones that accept me for who I am and don't judge me for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's important for all of us to have, bro, is a small group of people that we know love us for who we are as a person, and not, you know, for material items or all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all spiritual. You know, if they love you on a spiritual aspect, you got to make sure you keep those people around, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
very important to have a secure council or a small group of individuals, or whatever you want to call it. I just like to make it sound cool, you know, a secure council, you know, like a small group of people that's at the circle table of importance, you know.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Versus, you know, like trying to do all this, like my old self, you know, I like to go back to that quote that Takeoff said a lot. You know, I've been using that a lot recently. You know, the book analogy where he's talking about, you know, how you got people in the first couple chapters, and then it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in the middle chapters and then the end chapters. You know, my old self is, you know, I was that guy who kept, I'd be moving on to the new chapters, but I kept trying to bring all these old people with me to the new chapters, and like they're not supposed to be in the new chapters. So it was like causing a lot of resistance and causing a lot of pain and suffering, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to do all this extra shit, and I'm like hanging out with all these people that I shouldn't be hanging out with just because I'm afraid to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I'm just grateful. I was talking to my buddy yesterday actually about this, and a couple of my friends, you know, they mention it to me, like my close friends, you know, like I have a couple, like my secure counsel, I would say like 5 or 6 buddies that I really can talk to about like anything and be really transparent with.
Yeah.
And you know, I was talking with one of them, and basically he was saying it to me. He's like, from an outsider's perspective, you know, I used to look at you and I would notice you suffering in that area. You know, I was like going to a lot of parties with a lot of these people that I used to hang out with, and yeah, I just had that FOMO, you know, fear of missing out, and I was doing all this extra shit, you know, trying to hang out with all these different kinds of, you know, I was trying to have as many friends as possible. You know, I thought that was how you did things, you know, and then ultimately I found out that route, you know, is going to lead you down a dark path, because that's just not how it works. You know what I mean? That's just everybody's on different shit. Everybody's on a different frequency. So, you know, I mean, especially what I was doing, because it was more like drinking buddies, and we were drinking and smoking weed. So you already know what type of vibe that was. So it was toxic. And yeah, you know, now I'm just grateful, because now it's changed. You know, I'm finally at that place where I don't do that. You know what I mean? And God has me set up to where, you know, I'm very aware of like who I want to interact with on a daily basis, and then like who I'm even contacting on a regular basis. You know, like I said, you know, it's 5 or 6 close homies, you know, and now I really only talk to like 3 or 4 people, you know, just like you know what I mean? And I'm just, yeah, I mean, my buddy, we were talking the other day, and I said it right to him. I'm like, you know what? He's like, are you gonna, you know, when you come home and visit, are you gonna hang out with, he listed a couple people, like older friends, and I was like, probably not, bro. I was like, I'm not interested in, like, I was like, honestly, I really changed, you know, my perspective has changed. You know, I really only care about the people that like I know care about me, you know, and I care about them back. You know what I mean? That's really all I care about. You know, the people that were hitting me up, because the last few years, bro, I was going through it pretty rough. So it was a very good indicator for like who cares about me. So, you know, now it's like black and white. You know, who are the people that are going to You know, and if they see you going through something serious, you know, who are going to reach out and try to help you and let you know that they're there and things like that. You know, after a while, it gets pretty obvious, you know, who's who. Like you said, yeah, keep those people close, and yeah, just keep them close, you know, because those are spiritual bonds, you know, just like you said, it's all spiritual. So that's how I feel about that.
Absolutely, bro, and I can totally relate. That's, you know, it's really important to make sure we cherish these people, man, because there's not too many of them out there that will cherish you for who you are as a person. Everybody, you know, majority of people don't give a damn about you, you know, and when you come across people who do, we got to make sure we lock those people in. Got to lock them in.
Lock them in.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I wanted to run something by you, man. This is kind of, it works with this topic, but I was talking to a friend, actually just talking about him, but he's in the Secure Council, you know, I would say. He's one of my best friends, and, you know, he was one of my homies that I used to skateboard with all the time as a kid, and that was, like, my thing. Like, he was, like, my best friend for a long time, like, since, like, 3rd, 4th grade, bro. And I hit him up yesterday, and we were talking, and, you know, he's always kind of been, like, I don't really know how to explain it. I'm going to try to keep it brief, but, like, he's very, he's very practical. So, like, he's always the kind of guy that's, like, you know, find something that's going to, you know, help you set yourself up financially. You know, he's very practical, and he's very, like, his parents raised him in a way where, like, you know, he's always been good with his money. He's always been, like, just responsible. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you know, we started talking on the phone and started chopping it up, and then, you know, he's like, "Yeah, what are you doing, man?" Blah blah blah. And then I'm like, you know, telling him I'm working a restaurant job as a cook, and then he's like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool, man. You know, you should be a cook, blah blah blah." And then I start getting to telling him about the podcast, and essentially this dude, you know, bless his heart, bro. I'm not mad at him. You know, I'm not mad at him at all. It's just he's in his own state of consciousness, wherever he's at. But this dude basically was telling me, he's like, "Fuck the podcast, just go all in on being a cook." And he was like telling me all this negative shit, bro. He's like, "So how do you know people are going to listen to you? How do you know that you have what it takes to make it? How are you going to make money on YouTube? How are you going to market it? How are you going to do all these questions?" And I'm just like, bruh, I was like, first of all, we just started. And second of all, you know, I don't have the answers to all these questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person where, like, you know, I believe in manifestation, and I believe in, like, plugging away at something you're passionate about. You know, I'm willing to work in a restaurant job and making however much I'm making until, you know, I make it in whatever I'm passionate about. You know, I'm not the type of guy who's going to just pick a career that makes money and settle just to make money. You know, we only have one life. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna pick something that I'm passionate about and go for it, bro. And, like, me and this dude, that's kind of what I said to him. I was like, bro, you know, we just don't think the same. I was like, I love you, homie, but, like, you know, we just don't think the same. You know, you're very practical. You know, he's telling me, he's like, "Yo, you know, you should just, like, work at, like, a really nice restaurant, bro. Like, fuck the podcast. It's not gonna go anywhere." And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I had to kind of put the phone away, like, from my ear, because I was getting, like, a little bit hot. And I was just like, bro, like, how are you gonna, you know, I found something that I'm really passionate about. How are you gonna sit there and, like, talk to me like that? You know what I'm saying?
Put it down. Just put it down and shit.
Yeah. So, you know, I tried my best. I didn't snap on him or anything, but I was just like, bro, you know, I just kind of labeled him as, you know, I talked to Mark after this. You know, I was just, you know, it got me, like, hot, you know, for a few hours. You know, I was talking to him, and then, like, he just kept going on and on too. Like, he was in my DMs after we had talked on the phone. He started DMing me on Instagram and saying more shit, and he was just like, you know, telling me about how, like, I should, like, think more, you know, he's just basically telling me that I'm doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, you're not thinking it through. You need more details if you're going to do a podcast. You need all this, you need all that. I'm just like, bro, like, you got to let me do my thing. You know, I'm like, I'm just trust me. You know, I don't need you to be coming at me like this. You know, I need you as a friend. You know, I respect your feedback, but like, respectfully, I'm gonna have to disagree. You know, we think differently. You know, so it was just like, he was just one of those people. You know, we actually talk about this a lot, but I feel like he's just in that group of people that, like, you know, they're not on the same frequency. You know, he's probably not retaining, so he doesn't know what we're going through spiritually. He doesn't know he doesn't know how tapped in we are with the big homie, and how he doesn't know where we're at spiritually. You know, so I feel like we're just on different levels, and you know, that created like a you know, we were butting heads. So it was just like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to hear what your opinion on that, and you know, just had to let off a little steam in that department.
Well, what I'm discerning is that he's definitely on a low vibrational frequency, because he doesn't respect what you're doing. First of all,
yeah,
you know, if you was a true homie, you would respect what your friend is doing no matter what, not trying to downplay what they're doing and what they have in mind, and trying to control what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, yeah, that's just some low vibrational shit. He's obviously not retaining, and you know, if he says he is, he's lying. Because if you were retaining, you would.
No, he didn't say that at all.
You know, and you know, if you are a true homie, you would just respect what your friend is doing no matter what. You wouldn't try to make them stray away from their dreams. You know, that's just what I'm saying. You know, it just seemed like it was some hater shit, low key.
Yeah, well, you know, I think he was kind of assuming, like, you know, he actually, like, said it. He's like, I'm not criticizing you. He's like, I'm just trying to help you see things a little bit clearer. That's what he said to me. And I was just like, okay, well, he's like, I'm just trying to, like, give you some tips, you know, maybe to, like, think about, like, things a little bit more, you know. But essentially, you know, he was basically hating in, like, a sideways fashion, you know, telling me that what I'm doing currently isn't good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like, who is he to tell you what's right for you when you know what you want to do? That's that entitled
exactly
bullshit.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, that got me hot, bro. It's just like, man, you know, like,
it's low key kind of getting me hot right now, because it's like, I know it's your friend and all, but it's like, dude kind of exposed himself on doing that shit.
Yeah, he's one of those friends. Like, we definitely have a spiritual. He's like almost like a brother to me. It's almost like he's like a family member. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those people that, like, whatever we go through, I'm gonna have love for him because of what we've been through together. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you know, if he's coming at me like that, you know, I'm not gonna hold my tongue. You know, I'm gonna be like, bro, like, that's what I said to him. I'm like, bro, you gotta let me do my thing. I was like, just trust me. I was like, bro, we're both in our 30s. We're adults. Like, just step away and let me do my thing. Like, I'm gonna be good. Like, even if I'm sitting over here making minimum wage working at McDonald's, I'm still good. You know, so you don't have to you don't have to try to critique what I'm doing. Just why don't you just let me breathe and let me, you know, try to work on what I'm working on. You know, I'm passionate about this, so why are you even commenting on it?
That's what it seems. It seems like that type of behavior is more common, more than ever, man, amongst the people. Like, people are just trying to tell people what they're doing is wrong, and it's like, who are you to tell me what I'm doing is wrong when this is what I like? You feel me? And it's like, because I've dealt with that shit too, and it's like, I look at people like they're crazy. You know, like, who are you to tell me what I'm doing is wrong? Why don't you let me experience what I like? You know, instead of, you know, why don't you just respect what I'm doing?
Right. But what do you think about the angle that he took afterwards? Because I said that to him, and then he said, no, I'm not criticizing you. I'm just trying to, you know, give you like some tips, and I'm just trying to give you some feedback. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a way of trying to shadow over his entitlement. You know, when you check somebody, they come up with these different ways to try to say, oh, I'm not trying to criticize you, when that's what they were doing in the first place.
Yeah, they were criticizing. Yeah, he was low key criticizing my planning, and my.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how a lot of people operate. And then when they poke the beast, and then when you check their ass, they always try to come up with these different ways of trying to explain why they're not trying to criticize when that's what you were doing in the first place.
Yeah, and then he goes, I said, respectfully, bro, we're just going to have to agree to disagree because we think differently on this type of stuff. And then he goes, well, it's important to consider other people's perspectives, And I was like, okay.
Fuck all that. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you should respect it. It's that simple. Seems like people just can't respect what people like to do or some shit without trying to bring their entitlement into the situation, which is just, that's demonic as hell to me, bro. Low key, and they don't even know that they doing it. It's like almost like a low key version of hate. You know what I'm saying? Because you brought up the podcast, and it was almost like he was trying to take you off your track. You feel me? Talking about, oh, you should just worry about the restaurant and shit. That's some hating ass shit, bro. He don't even know what he doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's just on a totally different frequency, bro. Because like, yeah, he basically was trying to say like, you don't want to waste your life plugging away at something that you might not make it. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you pick something practical that you're good at, that you can make money now? And I'm like, okay, well, I see where you're coming from, but that's not how I operate. I'm not going to, I don't know that we have other lives on this planet. All I know is that I have this one life, and I want to do the things that I love. Why wouldn't I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. And yeah, that's what I'm discerning. It seemed like he was low-key hating on you for bringing up that podcast to him because he sees the potential in you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. He sees the potential. They see the potential, and they know that you got something special in you, so they try to take you off your track or try to put down your ideas and dreams because they know that it's about to pop off.
But yeah, low key, like some weird, like subconscious type, like hating or jealousy or something.
Yes, because I've dealt with that. And then when you check them about it, they come up with excuses as to why they're not trying to criticize when their actions show that they're literally trying to criticize what you're doing and what you like.
Yeah, because I mentioned, he's like, yeah, what's up with the podcast? And then I mentioned, I was like, it's about like self-development, for guys. I was like, it's basically trying to help people, rise from spiritual death, and anybody that has, mental illness or they're struggling, and I mentioned semen retention, and then he just like started laughing, at semen retention. He's like, wait, what? Like, so he, he's one of those people that doesn't understand semen retention. So it's just like, we're not on the same frequency at all. So it's like, how can we even have a conversation about that?
Exactly. He's definitely on the lower frequency, and people who are on a lower frequency, their tendencies is to try to take people who are on a higher frequency off the high frequency. It's all spiritual.
Right, but do you think they even know they're doing it, or is it kind of like a subconscious thing?
I don't think that they know that they're doing it sometimes, and it's a subconscious as well. It's more like both. It's somewhat both, bro. Subconscious and spiritual, because they're, number one, not on a high vibrational frequency, so they're not up to a level to where they will respect other people and their decisions.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep.
Right. Yeah, and then, I talked to Mark afterwards, because Mark knows this guy a little bit, he knows him just as well as I do, and Mark kind of reassured me a little bit, and yeah, that's basically it. Exactly what you said. We're just not on the same frequency, and yeah, obviously, this dude is not retaining as well, so he has no idea, like he has no idea where I'm at spiritually. So it's like I'm telling him all these things, and like he thinks that I'm still on his level, so he's like questioning, and he's like, wait, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? And it's just like, bro, like, you gotta let me breathe, man. You gotta let me evolve, and you gotta let me do whatever the fuck I want to do. As a friend, you should just let me do what I want to do. If I tell you that this is something that I like to do and it's fun, you gotta let me do that, bro. Like, that should be like common sense.
Facts. Because what I've noticed, people who retain will respect what you're doing because you have an ambition and a motivation to do something. And most of the people who don't retain, they just won't understand. They laugh at shit, you know, as if it's a joke, you know, just low vibrational as hell, bro. They're on a lower frequency because it's not retaining.
And this semen retention topic it's crazy, and this is a really good. This is probably the most drastic reaction that I've got is when I said it to this dude, because it's so crazy when you mention it to someone, because they have no idea what the fuck it's even about. And just because you're using the word semen and you're talking about something that has to do with like your dick and like busting nuts and orgasming, like they think it's like a joke. Like they don't even process it as it's like a serious topic. I'm like, bro, this is about self-development. And it's about, like, he just like laughs at it, and he can't even like process it. It's so strange. You know what I'm trying to get at?
Oh yeah, I know what you're trying to get at. You know, most people who aren't retaining and have no knowledge or wisdom of this, they think it's a fucking joke, when it's really a cheat code to spiritual elevation and self-development. You literally become a better man when you go on SR, and some people just don't understand it, bro. They just won't understand it because they're so low on the frequency, and they just scoff and laugh at it because they don't want to take the time to get wisdom.
It's damn near like a secret, bro. Semen retention is like a secret. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is a secret, you know, and it's very spiritual and very ancient and esoteric. You know what I'm saying? Very esoteric and historical. You know, so what we're doing is historical shit, bro.
And people like, oh, it's so crazy. It's such a weird topic, bro. You know, but I really don't care because, you know, I know you feel the same way. You know, now that I've experienced what it's like being on semen retention, I can't go back. So it's like, I feel like it's only for the people that find it. And like once they find it, then they understand it. It's really hard to like. It's that whole like, you know, you can bring a camel to the water, but you can't make them drink the water. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can try to tell people all about this shit. You know what I mean? Tell them all the benefits and all this stuff, and they're still going to be like, I know what I mean? Like they're still going to be skeptical, and they're still going to think it's like weird. But yeah, it's really only for the people that get through it and get to that point. You know, it's crazy how that works.
It takes a lot of work, you know?
Yeah. To get like 2 weeks or a month in, like, because after like a month, it really starts getting crazy. So it takes some patience, you know what I'm saying?
That's the truth. You know, because when you let your life force reabsorb in your whole body, yeah, that's some serious ass shit. You know, your internal, your internal organs, you know, they regenerate. You know, your heart starts to get better. You know, your vision starts to get better, and your eyes start to glow. You know, and your spiritual elevation rises. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And your energy, your focus, and you start coming up with new ideas that you want to accomplish. And man.
And another thing, you come up with ideas, and you will, you know, more energy, and you will literally stop hating on shit. Because what I noticed is people who don't retain, they hate on so much shit, bro. And I noticed since I've been on semen retention, I literally don't hate shit. You know, I don't hate on shit. I really actually have respect for people who are doing something.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. You know what I have noticed, though, in that department? I feel like semen retention has made me, like, when I see things that are blatantly like a disservice to humanity. Like when I'm on social media and I see like a lot of this bullshit, like celebrities or just like anything, you know, when my discernment tells me that like, you know, there's something going on, like some evil scheme, you know, I really like get really angry when I see that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it makes me want to like I'm just like, man, like yeah, like I tell you all the time, I want to be like a demon slayer or something. Like it makes me like really my awareness is really heightened when it comes to like spotting the evil schemes and like the evil stuff, and it just makes me like, I'm just very proud to be on the other side. And so when I see that, you know, when I see the enemy working, it gets me upset in my spirit.
Yeah, me too. It really pisses me off because it's all dark ass energy. And when you go on semen retention and elevate your spirit, when you come across dark energy, it really pisses you off because it's wrong. It's very disrespectful. It's very sinful. And it's just, you want to slay that shit. Like you said, it's just bullshit, you know? And
yeah,
it's a lot of that shit going on in the atmosphere, bro. A lot of dark ass energy amongst the people, and they don't even know.
I know. So, yeah, I feel you on what you said. I'm definitely more open-minded, and I'm accepting of like other people on their journey, and I'm just like, oh, you know, I can see people like exactly how you described. Like, yeah, I'm not a hater, you know. I'm more accepting to like seeing people and their growth and where they're at, and I'm just like, you know, shout out to them, shout out to that person. You know what I'm saying? They're putting in the work, you know. I can see it, you know what I mean? They may not be retaining, you know, maybe a female or something, but like when I sense, you know, someone is working on themselves and you know, trying to evolve, you know, I'm definitely like, you know, shout out to that person.
Facts, me too. When I see somebody who's ambitious about something, I salute them because it shows they have motivation and ambition to do something positive, or at least, you know, something that will, you know, benefit the world somewhat and make themselves feel good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's important. You know, not out here hating on shit now. We can't be doing that. Yeah, that's some ugly shit. And there's a lot of that going on, man. A lot of fappers out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just proud, you know, that when that shit happened with my buddy, that I was able to kind of like check him, you know what I'm saying? I checked him and I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not going to accept this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, bro, you got to let me do my thing. Straight up.
Yeah. Facts, bro, because, you know, it seemed like he was attacking you or some shit to try to take you off your shit.
Well, you know what I've realized is that this dude, like, this is kind of how he's always been, and the past version of myself. Ooh, I forgot to mention this. This is what I said to Mark. I think that he's assuming that I'm still that past version of myself, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that past version of myself used to let him do this, so he thinks that he can still do it.
Yeah, that's what it is. He still thinks that you're the old version of yourself, and you know, that's what I realized. A lot of people that I stopped associating with, they probably still think I'm the same version too, when I'm an entirely different dude out here. You know?
Yeah. That's what I tried to explain to him on the phone, you know, without sounding crazy. I was like, bro, I'm letting you know, I've changed. And he's like, yeah, you know, well, I know you say that, but you know, this and this and this. And I'm like, no, there is no this and this and this. This is it, bro. You have no idea, like, where, like, you don't know where I'm at, like, with God and where you don't even know where I reside, you know, spiritually. Like, I'm out here floating around half the time.
On the magic carpet, he don't even know what's going on. He don't even know what level you on, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't know that I've, like, you know, begun to, like, and me and you know, transcend basically this matrix and this bullshit that society has on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so he's talking to me like I'm still a member of the matrix, and I'm still like chained down, and so it's hard to navigate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a lot of people that, you know, when the people that you have in your life and you stop talking to them for a while and then you start talking to them again, they just think that it's the same shit. Like you haven't upgraded or anything. And then they try these old tactics and shit that they used to put on you when you were your old self. And it's like, nah, we ain't doing this shit no more because I'm not the same dude. I might be in the same meat suit, but as far as my spirit goes, that shit is different, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's the same meat suit that you see, but as far as that spirit goes on the inside, boy, listen here, that shit is matured now.
Oh man, that's funny.
You know, straight up. That's how we got to look at it. We're spirits having a human experience. And a lot of people don't have this wisdom, bro. When you spiritually mature, you're not the same man. You still have the same meat suit, right? But yeah, that thing on the inside of you, bro, that spirit on the inside, that is not the same, bro.
Yeah, it's constantly changing, constantly evolving.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't have this wisdom or understand this, you know, so they just think that you're the same shit, you know, and it's like, nah, you can't pull this bullshit on me that you used to pull with this manipulation. I'm not the same weak power level guy. Like, we've been in a hyperbolic time chamber putting in this work and spiritually elevating out here and helping a lot of people.
Yeah, right. You know, and people, this is just it's just crazy because, you know, all of this talk, you know, we've even talked about it before. You know, a lot of people actually talk about this topic, you know, like, while you're spiritually elevating, you're going to run into people that are they're gonna be confused, and they're going to hate on you because they don't have the same vision as you. So like, it hits home for me, you know, this topic now. It hits way different because this is like a close friend of mine, you know, and he's still gonna remain a close friend of mine, bro. I love this guy, but it's like, at the same time, you know, this topic really hits home now because, yeah, a close homie was basically trying to do the crab in the bucket type stuff, and I'm just like, nah, this ain't. I ain't going for that no more.
That's what it was, the crab in the bucket shit, bro. You know, and that's how it be. You know, it's real strange, and it's very bizarre. You know, and since we are on this different spiritual level, when we come across that, it's very weird, bro. Like, it's weird and it pisses you off. And it's like, you look at people like, do you even know what you're doing? And why are you disregarding what I like? You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I can't hate on him too bad or you know, snap on him, because it seemed like he didn't even really know. Like, deep down he was really just trying to give me some advice, you know what I'm saying? But like, the way he went about it, and just like, yeah, I mean, he just exposed himself, you know, where he's at spiritually, you know?
Yes, exactly. I was just about to say, you're absolutely right. He exposed himself where he was on his vibrational frequency, and it's very low. You know, it's low, fam. You feel me? And like, I got some friends, you know, that I love to death too, but their vibrational frequency is so low, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting around playing video games and shit. And it's like, man, I can't do this shit no more. You know, I love you guys, but I can't sit and play Xbox Live with you guys no more, because I'm on a different spiritual plateau. You know, it's just, you know, the vibrational frequency is just different. Not saying I'm better than these guys, but spiritually,
yeah,
I just can't relate anymore.
Yeah, well, once God gets a hold of you, it's over with.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. And you know, that's how it is. Like, you know, I love my friends, you know, that I used to play Xbox with, because one of my friends messaged me and was like, I haven't seen you on Xbox in like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, going through single father shit right now and just trying to get my life together, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I miss you guys, and I might get back on the game, and I never did because I just don't feel like it no more, bro. Like, in my spirit, it's just, I can't relate to it. And I love those guys, you know, because it'd be like 4 of us playing, and it just
what game were you playing?
We would play Rocket League and you know, a
Ooh,
couple other games and shit like
I
that.
used to play Rocket League.
You know, Rocket League is pretty cool, and what else we play?
Rocket League is
Golfing.
lit, fam.
Yeah, a golfing game. We used to play golfing with friends, and
Okay.
a couple other games, you know, and it's just like, you know, I can't relate anymore. You know, as much as I love those guys, my spirit is just not on the same level anymore.
Yeah. Well, now, yeah. I mean, you're into different things. You know what I mean? You've leveled up.
Yeah, you know, and at the same time, you know, it's pretty sad, you know, that we go through this shit and you see how low that your friends are on the vibrational frequency, but we just have to keep moving forward, man, and still love them, but we just can't think the same no more or be on the same level.
It's the whole, you know, love. You can love them from a distance.
Yep, that's what it has to be, bro. It's just, you know, it's bizarre how that happens, man. You know.
Yeah, it is. I've had a couple different people that I've been talking to, you know, since this recent, you know, awakening that God has hit me with, you know, and putting God first every day, and then going on semen retention. Boy, listen here, it's changed. Everything has changed, bro. Everything has changed.
Yeah, everything changes. Your reality changes. You know, the way you think changes, and yeah, it's hard to explain, but I know you feel me. Just everything changes, bro. When you go on your SR journey, you're just not the same dude anymore.
Nah, bro. I mean, it's a very spiritual journey. You know, it's hard for me to understand how some people can talk about semen retention without mentioning the spiritual side. It's hard for me to understand how that even happens. Like I don't, because it's so spiritual to me. Like the main ingredient is like it heightens your spirituality. I feel like right now I feel tapped in like a motherfucker. Like all day I felt kind of like I've been like on mushrooms or something. But yeah, I think it has to do with this morning, bro. I said a really intense prayer this morning, and while I was waiting for the bus, and I think God really appreciated hearing from me this morning. So he's been close to me all day long. I felt like I've been on like a low dose of like psychedelics.
That's dope as hell, bro. Yeah, God was definitely listening to you, bro, and he gave you that blissful feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
Feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. And the thing is, you know, a lot of these dudes out here that are on SR are not even in it for the spiritual aspect most of the time. They're just in it for like women attraction or all this just petty ass shit, bro. You know,
right?
Just stupid as hell, bro. You know, not saying that is, you know, bad to talk to women and shit, but that's not what it's all about. You know, right. It's about bettering yourself and raising your power level spiritually so you know how to move properly out here. It's not about women attraction all the time, and that's all I fucking see.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Yeah, it's like they're using it, and they're using it for like popularity or some shit, not being actually real about it. It seems like it's artificial.
Yeah. Some people are like, yeah, I know, you know, yeah. There's tons of them, bro. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's all. Some channels like that's all they talk about. You know what I mean? It's just like female attraction, and I like to touch on it on my channel, like every couple videos. But you know, because I just think it's fun to talk about, because I deal with I run into females quite a bit, you know, with work and you know, just moving around town and stuff like that. So it's definitely an interesting phenomenon. But to be honest, it's all people. You know, semen retention attracts you to all types of people. You know, it's not just the females. You can just kind of add that in and, you know, talk about it as a side topic. But I mean, that's definitely not the main course. You know what I'm talking about? But this is about your connection with God and the universe, and, you know, elevating spiritually and becoming, you know what I'm saying? Your mental health becomes, you know, more solidified. You know, if you start working out, physical health. I mean, this is about improving your entire life in general. It's not just the female thing is just a side. You know, it's just a little fun little side piece. You know, it's definitely not the main event.
Exactly. You know, the main event should be about you, bro, and bettering yourself so you can be able to become successful out here and get your mind right. You know, not worrying about how many females you can get. That shit just sounds, you know, lame as hell. You know.
Yeah, it does.
Jeez, not saying it's bad to talk about, but it's like when that's all you talk about all the time, it's just, I don't know, man. That shit's just weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's about self-development.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, from your perspective, yeah, you're around, you know, females a lot at work and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you can talk about personal experience.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got actual personal experience going on in your life, and you can talk about that. That's different. But I feel like a lot of shit is just artificial, bro.
Yeah, I see videos that are on there, and it's like female attraction, attract your desired partner today with semen retention. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's fake as hell, bro. Yeah,
it's like some clickbait type shit.
Yeah, I don't follow that bullshit.
No, hell no. It just pops up on my screen, and I'm just like, what is going on? You know, they're disrespecting semen retention.
Yeah. So they can get paid for it, because a lot of these dudes out here getting paid for that fake shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. It is what it is, though. You know, we live in a strange ass place.
Right. Yeah. Me and you. I feel like what me and you do is very real. You know, I feel like a lot of people that comment on both of our videos, they comment. You know, they tell both of us that we're both like real, you know what I'm saying? And people that listen to our podcast, you know, they say, you know, they appreciate us because we're real, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's gonna take us far, bro. You know, we just have to keep doing exactly what we're doing. You know what I mean? Just keep, you know, staying strong and just staying focused on the mission and just keep putting in that work, because you know, we're in a whole different lane with all this fake shit that we're talking about. You know, we're over here. We're separated because we're actually real. You know what I mean? And that's going to go a long way.
Yeah, definitely operating from a whole different real plateau of things, and it doesn't seem artificial. It's actually in your face, real type shit.
Yeah, it's almost too much at times.
Hey, it is what it is. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got that podcast knocked out off of one topic, bro.
Bro, I had a feeling that was gonna happen when I decided to air it out with what happened with my buddy and shit. Because I was honestly waiting to talk to you about that, because I'm just like, you know, that kind of had me off my square for a little bit yesterday and shit. And I talked to Mark and it helped, but you know, now I definitely feel a little bit better, because you know, it just had me questioning shit. You know, it was just like, man, like, you know, I reeled it back in, but at the same time, like, it was powerful, like, because I was questioning shit. I know you feel me, like, yeah, I was able to, you know, revert back to my truth, but I mean, like, he really, like, rattled me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you think about it, you know, since we're so high, you know, so spiritually elevated on the high vibrational frequency, our friends that are on a low vibrational frequency, they're more vulnerable to get taken over by the devil and this chump ass army, bro, and they're unaware. So we have to look at it as a spiritual aspect. He just was bringing in dark ass energy to try to make you question yourself. That's how these dark forces work. They was using him, which is your friend, to try to make you question your podcast, and you out here helping people.
Exactly. Yeah, when, you know, I had to break it down. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something that I love. Check. I'm helping people. Check. That's all that I need. I don't need anything else. If I have those two things, like, what? There's nothing wrong with that, you know? So I had to reel it back in and be like, damn, that was intense.
Yeah, I know. He tried to take you off your square because he was being used by dark energy, bro.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to be careful out here, bro. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, we gotta be really careful because it's really fucking weird, bro. I'll put that shit on everything.
Yeah, and people come at you from so many different angles. Like, I know you feel me. Like, some people, yeah, they feel entitled, and maybe they're like, you know, they know how to talk. Maybe they're, you know, they know how to manipulate people, and they'll come around you and they'll try to infiltrate you and take you down. You know what I mean? Get you to start thinking like, you know, that you don't like something that you actually really love to do. Like, what the fuck is that?
Devil in his punk ass army.
I know you feel me. You've been kind of going through that a little bit too, huh?
Hell yeah, I had to block some people off my YouTube and shit, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What going on out here? People better recognize shit. My spirit is too strong. If you gonna be on some bullshit, you can get your ass on. You feel me?
Exactly.
Get blocked.
Yeah, how are you gonna go on someone? My question is, how are you gonna go on somebody's Semen Retention channel, right? Where you're talking about God and semen retention and spirituality and, you know what I'm saying, growing, elevating, you know, you're literally talking about, sometimes some of your videos are literally all about like that topic. It'll be about like toxic people or negative people, and you're literally making entire videos about this. And then someone's going to try to come upon your channel and do that to you. Like, you don't already know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly. And they ended up getting their asses blocked, bro. Shit.
And this is goofy.
You know, goofy as hell, and I don't care either. You know, that's where I'm at now. The longer you get on semen retention, you just don't give a shit no more. You know? Yeah. Because you're operating in your godly essence. So when you come across people who try to bring you down or take you off your mountain square, you're gonna just mule kick them, bro.
Oh, man.
Mule
kick? The kick of the mule or what?
Huh?
The kickage of the mule or what?
Yeah, the kickage of the mule. Yeah, that back kick, bro.
The kickage of the mule, I'm fucking weak.
Hell yeah, like you're trying to kick a door open or some shit. You feel me?
Straight to the face or what? Or to the chest?
More to the chest. I want them to feel it in the chest.
You fucking, you'll like cave in their sternum and have them just go flying.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go flying back. You feel me?
Oh, shit. I'm fucking dead.
Shout out to all the listeners out there that's listening.
Yeah.
And riding with us on the journey, man. You know, we love all you guys and appreciate everybody listening. You know, much love coming from SpiritWar Martin, man.
Yeah, much love from me too, man. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up, commenting, giving us feedback, and letting us know what you like about our podcast, topic suggestions, all this kind of stuff, man. Just any type of feedback means a lot. So, yeah, bro. Well, should we wrap this one up or what?
Yeah, we can wrap this one up and on to the next episode, my boy.
All right, you guys. It's been a pleasure. This has been Unchained Podcast, episode 45. All right, Martin. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you letting me vent this one out on this one. I feel a lot better about that. And also, I'm glad that you're feeling better. You know what I mean? Glad you're feeling better spiritually. You got through that little flat line. So, you know, on to the next one.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, I'm definitely grateful, man. I'm grateful for you, you know, being in my life, and just appreciate you, man, for just, you know, just being there, bro. Whenever I be down and shit and having these flat lines and spiritual attacks, bro, like for real.
Yeah,
you know,
I got you, bro.
Much love to you, man. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. You know, Martin, I'll be talking to you, all right?
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Talk to you later.
Okay, later.
All right, peace.